such an asshole.
All right. Got a pretty interesting question here. Dear Aaron, I'm at a crossroads in my career. I'm hoping for added perspective on the matter. Please keep me anonymous in your video response. The question: I recently got offered the job as a CEO at a, let's just call it an art company. It's not really an art company, but that will suffice for everyone's understanding. With some equity, profit sharing, and other perks. Should I take it or stay as a freelancer? Context: I'm a mid-20 something guy. You're an immigrant to a place. By the way, your English is very good. I'm not kidding. Like, you know why everyone says, man, you speak English better than Americans? You know why? Because Americans don't speak English. Well, they speak it just fine, but you're using paragraphs, man. So you are a polyglot because you not only know English, you obviously your native language, and then the language of the country you moved to. I moved here alone when I was 18 to study my field. It was a useless degree, but I managed to make it work for me. After graduating, I started working right away for a place as a guy. See, you're providing so much detail. You're giving me your resume here, so I don't want people to identify you here. I became naturalized citizen a couple of years ago. I'm very fluent in my new country, almost native speaker level, but not quite. Also 100% debt free, but I don't have much more than $30,000 US savings across the board because taxes here are so high. Yeah, but for your age and the fact you came from a foreign country, you're doing great, man. And that country is socialist, maybe a little bit on the light side of socialist, but you don't pay for health insurance and you don't pay that much for education. So you're doing good. You're doing good. I would move. You got naturalized, but honestly, I'd go look at like Switzerland or Ireland or I don't know. I don't know, Dubai? I don't know if you can become a citizen of Dubai, but look around. Last year I got let go from my job. There are many reasons for this. Suffice to say, I got let go a couple weeks before I was planning to quit. Well, that's good. Probably wasn't going to work out anyway. After that, I started freelance. I was surprised at my own success. Yes, yeah, I keep telling you guys. Now, I know you're in a foreign country, but I keep telling you younger people that, look, these large corporations, whether in the United States or Europe, doesn't matter. They're becoming political entities. I don't mean that like they're going to support a political party, but they're becoming largely vessels or vehicles where the political people who want to engage in politics and getting prestige and status, not working and making a product at a good price, they're just keeping up a brand name. And so all the real work has got it. Target Corporation, perfect example. The people who work for Target Corporation, except for their stock boys and delivery people, and the people that actually work at the stores, they're not real workers. They're just brand name people, right? They're just keeping up the brand. The people that do the real job, like the management stuff, like their IT and all that, that's all outsourced. That is all outsourced. So yes, you will make more as a freelancer. And now I don't know what in your country a 1099er is, but here in the United States, the 1099ers, the contractors, the freelancers, you guys are the ones that are going to make the money, because after all the fanfare and, oh my gosh, look, we just love minority dick and vag so much. We like the vag a little bit more because dick is so oppressive. At the end of the day, you also have to have somebody who's doing the taxes. You have to have the accountants and the engineers, and they're all outsourcing that. So you want to be on that side. It's like, okay, did we all have our diversity and inclusion meeting? Okay, now who's going to run the railroad? Oh, the contractors? Fine. Somebody who's a corporate raider, just go buy Target and Disney and fire all the politically worthless people and then just make movies and sell product. Like, just gut out all the fat. Okay, I was making almost double at my old job. And we'll keep you anonymous here. Working only 20 to 30 hours a week on average instead of 40. This is without even having to put myself out there. Right. And since you guys got free healthcare, that's a huge thing. You save your per hour more than doubled, I'd say. This without even having to put myself out there. All my contracts came came in through connections and word of mouth. I'm a bit neurotic. Sometimes I struggle to say no to projects I don't want to do, fear of losing my clients permanently. Well, get some core permanent ones, but slowly build it up over time. And then get to like 30 hours a week. And that's it. And if someone else wants your extra time, you say, it's double my rate. I'm busy. Get by on 30, which you can. So you got an extra 10 hours a week. You double your rate. And then you'll be surprised how many people take double the rate. And then they say, well, I can't afford it. Like, yeah, I'd like to help. You don't be rude about it. But you're like, look, I'm already busy right now. I mean, you act like you're working overtime, but you're not. You say, look, I don't have that much time. I mean, it's going to have to be double. I understand if that's out of your price range. You'd be surprised how many people take it. And then also you get more people, you charge double, and then you kind of get rid of your other class. Say, look, I got to raise prices because of my opportunity costs. That's how you ease your way into a higher wage. I also sometimes struggle with discipline and maintaining a consistent work schedule. Not my problem. You know what to do there. Aaron, I'm fat. I don't want to be fat anymore. Do you diet? Do you exercise? Do you need me to tell you what the problem is? Do you need me to really tell you what to do? If I had my to-do list, I would show you. That's the number one thing. Just put together a to-do list. I just type it on Microsoft notebook. I highlight the important things that have to get done that day. I cross them out as I go through. You'll get discipline. It's a choice. Glad I answered your question. I got approached a few months ago by one of the companies that were hiring me for work. At first, they wanted me for a full-time position, but the talks quickly turned into setting up a new company with me at the helm after the CEO recognized I know a thing or two about economics of the process involved in producing this type of work. The idea is that my new company would inherit all the clients and contracts, I didn't want to give you away there, of the original company, with a couple of contracts worth approximately 300,000 euros in the works for the first 2 years. I would bring the expertise to run day-to-day operations. I would also be sharing office space with the other company, and their CEO would take me under his wings as a CEO apprentice, showing me the ins and outs of doing business in this country, running a business in a broader sense. The growth project would be 2 to 3 employees by the end of 2022 and up to 9 employees by the end of 2023. With the current labor shortage, however, this might be a big problem finding good people. Yes, and here's the great thing. I presume about your field, you could go overseas. And I bet there's some really hard-working people in your home country, because I've ran into a couple, and they want to work, but because of immigration and contract law, there's, it's a little bit harder. But that's part of that. Dude, 1099's going global. Oh, there's an arbitrary line on the map between that land over there and this land over here. Oh, look at this. My little internet sprinkly dust. Here's some money. Here's the work. We transferred it through ones and zeros. I don't think that's going to be that big of a problem. As long as you can do it over the internet, outsource it, you should be able to find the world is your oyster in terms of that and finding labor. I mean, I got the most reliable artist I have is in the Philippines. What else? I'm probably, I hear Ukrainian women show up on time now. I hired some legal and business consultants to help me negotiate the terms of contract according to my country's law and the way of doing things. So I'm good on that front. I also feel it important to mention that this company is a competitor to my former employer, and they are not on good terms with them. Outstanding. Crush your competition. Dude, you got the opportunity now to rub your ex-boss's face in your ass. That is great. Blow them out of the water, man. Just destroy them. Absolutely. So here are the pros and cons so far. Keeping in mind, I've been only freelancing for about 8 months up to this point. Pros. Title and prestige of being a CEO of a small company. CEO training from the boss of the other company and the personal career growth potential. That's huge. Change from the grind of production to a more management producer leadership role, which I'm excited about because I'm not as artistically gifted and patient as others in my field. Yes, but if you just show up on time and get discipline, you will blow all of them out of the water. I mean, I know my best friend, I won't lie about it. My best friend, I call him the talented Mr. Lee for a reason. He's the most talented artist I've ever met. And we're talking 15 years ago when the internet was coming on. I'm like, hey, Con, you gotta put pictures of your artwork on the internet and sell it. He'll never do it. And after pulling teeth long enough, I just realized he's not going to do it. That's why he works at, blue collar labor jobs, where his talent goes undiscovered, because he doesn't do any marketing. All you got to do, man, is not be that undisciplined, lazy artist type, and deliver. And you being a CEO is definitely going to give you that skill, that structure, that regimen, so that if this were to ever go away, I think then you could be a really good freelancer. But that's afterwards. Networking potential. Network equals net worth. There's a correlation. Percentage stake in the venture with performance increases. I'm one of the 3 partners. Okay, so you got some ownership. Profit sharing beyond the 10% stake possible. I get to call the shots, beholden only to the board and quarterly reviews. That's good. They let you do what you want. Hopefully. I know they say that, but hopefully they get the F out of your way. Lock contract for the first 18 months. I can't leave. They can't let me go unless the entire company is. That's awesome. Then it's like, hey, let me do my job. You get a good salary. You get paid what you're getting paid now. That's not CEO pay. Maybe that is in your country, but here in the United States, that's not CEO pay. 10% bump after the first year. Consistent pay as opposed to inconsistent freelance pay, which might come and go. Ability to get loans to purchase a house or an apartment and lend rent. Yeah, let's hold off. Let's just hold off on that. You don't need to buy things. Okay. I understand that now you got a regular, consistent paycheck. You could go to a bank and improve your credit worthiness. They could lend you money, but do you need the stuff? Do you need the stuff? Potentially moving to a fancier apartment with a balcony and oh, you need the stuff. Oh, you need the stuff, man. Why do you need the stuff? With a balcony and a bathtub, I love soaking my nuts after a hard day's work. Dude, your English is good. Soaking my nuts. You watch a lot of American television or what? That's good. All right, I'll grant you can have a bathtub. I guess I just don't become a materialist, okay? I have a lot of ideas on how to improve efficiency and quality of our productions, including leveraging my international connections in my home area for cheap labor. There you go. That's the area I was talking about. I know several people who dude, I live in this kind of otherwise crap country, man, and you'd be happy. You'd be delivering European wages to that area of the world. You're going to help out a lot of people. You'll make a lot of people, well, not infinitely wealthy, but you help out some buddies and some friends and some colleagues while you soak your nuts in a bathtub on the balcony. Cons: moving to a smaller city 1 hour away from where I live now. Hassle of moving. Wah. Oh, hang on. Oh, my friend. Do I have a thing? Hang on. New edition. Hang on. Oh, boy. I get to do this. How does this work? I got this yesterday. I've been meaning to get this for over 3 years. Never had time. I'm going to quote the famous Ferris Bueller, never had one lesson. Hang on. That goes that way. I'm not joking. I've never held a violin. Is it that way? Right-handed? All right. Hang on. Cons: moving to a smaller city 1 hour away where I live now. The hassle of moving. Here's a violin song for you. Giving up my cheap but wonderful apartment, paying $200 to $400 extra rent in another city, moving away from my church, which I love, has been a great support for me as I distance myself from bad past. That sucks, man. You got that. It's still worth the hour a day to go to church once a week, or hour a week to go to church. So that's still part of your life. Giving up the flexibility of deciding when and how much I work as a freelancer. Yes, less time to take classes, online classes to improve my skill set. I could potentially up my rate to $400 to $800 within a year. Or mind if I put my mind to it. Well, let's leave that for later, okay? Because if you become a CEO and you make a lot of money this way, that's a different path you can take. Giving up on the ability to do remote working, taking my work with me to different cities or countries for a change of scenery to network and acquire new clients. Yeah, you're actually giving that up. I won't play the violin for that. Giving up my ability to spend the winters in warmer countries to avoid the winter here, winter depression, and seasonal disease insanity. More responsibility for legal liability as CEO of office politics. All right. So, okay, there's only one violin worth it, but I'm going to play it again. Ooh, it's caught. How did I? There. You got a violin story. All right. Put this away. You don't even have to put it in the case. I can't wait for some millennial whiny GZ guy. Gen Z guy. I can't find anything. I live with my mom. That violin's going to get a lot of use. A lot of use. There's probably more I can list. Extra, perhaps irrelevant. What I want from life apart. Now you see you getting into your life is get married to a nice Christian girl and make lots of babies. Oh, there's a lot of things you're gonna want and not get in this world. But so far, I haven't been very successful in connecting with eligible young ladies at church or elsewhere. I quit online dating in general at the end of 2020, a few months before I got baptized. Oh, dang, you're taking the Christianity thing serious. Even though you're not in the United States, you are in the West. And it looks like you want to be ingratiated into that culture because you're a naturalized citizen. You're taking it very seriously. It's the same situation over there, man. I will strongly recommend you get the menu Life Without the Opposite Sex. It's my most recent book. I'm not plugging it now because I make money. I'm plugging it because I keep getting the same questions from you guys and some gals. Like, I'd like to get married, that I can't find anyone. That's why I write books in response to the most common questions I get. Yeah, good luck. I hope you find one, but don't expect it. Don't expect it. And what's great is you are religious and you believe in God and you have a relationship with God. So you do have point, purpose, and agency. But from a secular view, what you do in your secular life outside of religion, you might want to pick up that book and figure some things out. But God bless you in the literal sense that you have found religion. But yeah, don't hold out your breath for girls. But here you're going to tell me about a girl. There's one girl from church that is head over heels in me. We met on Tinder and she had a one-off a year before I joined the church. I think she's cute, but she's probably 20 to 30 IQ points below me. Yeah, man. I know I've dated girls dumber than me because most of them are. 2 girls I dated that were smarter. One was fun. The other was a royal pain in the ass. Makes being around her a bit boring for me. She's also sweet, nice, and not aggressive or argumentative. She's a hardworking girl that does reception work at a place. I'm attracted to her sister, who's more intelligent and beautiful. I shouldn't laugh at your oh, man. But I don't get the same level of attention from her. Of course not. Of course not. She's prettier. Of course, you got all these other guys out there. Look, how about you become CEO, make a little bit of money, and see what happens? Good-looking guy, smart and ambitious. I can be charismatic and fun when I mean to be. But over the past couple of years, between the disease, job drama, insane family politics or conflicts, I managed to become about 50 pounds overweight, especially after I quit smoking tobacco and weed once and for all. I managed to become about 50 pounds. So you gained weight after you improved your health. Over the past 10 years, I've had a notch cut somewhere in the mid-20s, but I've lost track. That's very good. That's very good. Yeah, that's good. You quit the smoking of the tobacco and the weed. Get back into shape. Look, okay, here's all right. About the only thing you can do. All right. The only thing you can do if you really want to get this girl is, one, don't get hooked up on her. Like, oh my God, I need that one. But what I'd recommend you do is learn to pick up some ballroom dancing. I don't know if it's popular in your country or not, but it's not going to hurt you to learn some salsa, some swing, maybe some tango or something sexy and fun. You become the CEO, focus on yourself, just improve yourself. And then if you don't impress this girl's sister to where she's like, oh, all of a sudden I like this guy, you'll probably impress some girl along the way. All right. But uh, just don't even bother chasing the girls. Your experiences on Tinder is you're gonna run into. You got other more important things to focus on. I would focus on your career, whether that's freelancing or becoming the CEO. Pick up some skills, lose some weight, get back into good physical shape. Summer's coming up, so you should be able to do that. And yeah, man, go to your church. Be happy you got church, man. That's good. But do not put women at the center of that. Go and work on yourself, and then the girls are going to come later. That's the quickest way to get girls, is to not chase them and rather focus on yourself. And so once you either become a very successful freelancer or CEO and you lose the weight, then, you're a better package, you're a better offer, you're a better deal. Then you could approach girls and have a much higher success rate. But approaching this one now, don't even waste your time putting feelers out there to try and meet this girl's sister. But that's funny, man. You like the hot sister, and the poor ugly one, or the not so smart pretty one. It's just sad. She probably knows it. She probably knows her hotter sisters, but all the guys like Amy. Yeah, well, yeah, all the guys do like Amy. I won't worry about girls. All right, so let me rule. Let me make the decision. I would do the CEO. Absolutely. And the reason why you kind of touch on it in some of your pros, this is an opportunity you're probably not going to get any other time. It's not a real CEO. I mean, you're not like in charge of 100 people with some facilities. You're just in charge of a legal business entity that you're going to run under the tutelage and guidance of these other guys. And they saw something in you. They're setting up the company. Even if this fails in the first year and a half, it doesn't matter. It's going to give you a ton of experience. You're getting paid. It sounds like you got your legal stuff all in order. I would absolutely do the CEO thing. And it's not going to take up that much time. At least I hope not. That you could still take some classes online here or there. Yes, there's sacrifices you go through it. Yes, you're going to have to move. Yes, all those things. But you got a shot to you're going to learn about entrepreneurship. You're going to learn about marketing. Hopefully, maybe take a little bit of accounting courses or brush up on some accounting. That would help you too. It's going to give you a ton of skills that even if this project fails, you going forward as a contractor or a freelancer, you're going to be able to take that skill you got and market it, which is probably the biggest single missing component that all the artists out there have. It's not that they don't have the skills and the talent. Even you admit that you're not the best in the world, but you have some skill and talent. You just don't know how to market it and have discipline and the regimen and the business aspect of this. What's going to teach you the business aspect? So let's say this fails, the worst case scenario, this fails, you come out now knowing how to be a true freelancer, how to make the most amount of money, how to market your skills and your talent. And then coincidentally, you could also now improve your skills and your talent as well. And I think that you're already successful as a freelancer. I think you'd be triply so if this business fails. And if it doesn't fail, well, now you're the CEO of a successful company, and you may rue or regret the opportunity cost. Well, I wish I could have been an artist a little bit more. Yeah, man, but now you're a successful CEO, and then your artwork would become more of a hobby or a passion that you would do on the side. So I think it's win-win. I think you absolutely should become the CEO because you got nothing to lose. Don't buy anything. Don't borrow any money. Don't send money back to home to mom. You're not rich yet. Okay? Don't just wait to soak your nuts. Right? Make sure this works. Right? And then when it's like, oh, Cappy, we made $1 million in profit and my percent take was $100,000. Now, what do I do now? Now we can start talking about getting a bathtub to soak your nuts in. But you're not there yet. All right? But yes, I think this is view it as a challenge and a learning experience. And going to the gym, money doesn't even factor into my decision on this one. It's enough money It's more the opportunity of what you're going to learn. So there we go. All right. Let's see if we got any super chats. DJ Aftershock. Hello. $5. Dude, bro, CEO. Dude, I'm like making CEO in my 20s, bro. Dude, like I'm going to be making mad stacks, bro. Dude, I'm going to be buying a Ferrari and big mansion, bro. Yes, that's why I'm like, yeah, he's the CEO. But it sounds like it's a company of one so far. It's like, okay. I just hold off. It's good to have it on his resume. It's good to have it on the resume. And he doesn't sound like the dude bro type. He just sounds like he's got the skills and the talent. And he's the man of the hour. It sounds like they need him. Alex Patino. Hey, Alex, did you see the truck driving video? I hope you made a comment to the guy, the requester. We were kind of hoping you'd be online at the time. You were probably driving or working or something. Or worse, you're probably like spending time with your kids. Alex Patino for $5. Don't forget that you must have a cigar and a healthy dose of scotch while soaking in your hot tub. Just don't relax too much and drown in your happiness. Hold it. We ain't buying no scotch. We ain't buying no cigar. We ain't buying no hot tub. The nut soaking will be postponed until he's successful. There will be no soaking of the nuts until he passes a certain milestone. All right? That's the reward. All right? And then the scotch and everything else on it is afterwards. Hey, Juan's in the house. Alex Moore for $2. The violin goes in the cups. Oh, there's going to be more of the violin. Don't you worry. There's going to be more of the violin. You know there's going to be, I can't find girls and I'm fat. How do I find them? And the women too. I'm 49 and I'm ready to settle down. I just can't find the guys. What do I do? Here's a song called Lose the Weight, You Dumb Fat Cow. Maybe I'll sing. I don't know. The potential is limitless with the violin. I bought it on Craigslist from this poor old lady. And I don't know, but I think there might have been like an emotional attachment to it. Like maybe she played it or her grandchildren played it and she had to give it up because she was like, she had to be driven out there by her daughter because she had medical problems. I'm like, oh, poor lady. And usually it's like, oh, we got to sell this for medical stuff. And, you know, and you're like, well, why are you going to get it? She didn't ask that, but I was hoping she would. Well, why are you getting it? Oh, so I can make fun of my clients. I'm just going to abuse the crap out of this violin. I don't know. It's probably not a fancy violin. I only paid $75 for it. All right. There we go. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.